più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo.
Hey there, YouTube. Matt MRE back again. Back to with another review of one of these MREs. This is actually the last one I have to review. The others I actually wound up eating during the week, so this is going to be it for now. I'm really hoping to get some more of these from my friend in the near future because I actually enjoyed a few of the other ones. But I saved the one that I think you guys would be most interested in. This is menu number 23, the chicken with Cavetelli. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and we'll see what comes in it. And yes, I am going to use scissors, so it just makes it a little bit easier. Alright, here's the pack. Just like the others, pretty much. What I find interesting about these is each one has come with a different dessert and a different type of sauce. Like the one I had the other day, which was very good, was the pot roast with the vegetables. Actually came with a steak sauce, and it came with a carrot cake, which I thought was very interesting. So let's go through what we have in the pack first. First, we have the hot beverage bag. Again, you would use this in the field. This would be to basically heat up whatever beverage powder they include. We're not actually going to use this today. Next, we have the actual heater. Now, I have tried each and every one of these, and none of these heaters work. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're a little bit too old, but I've followed the instructions to the letter, filled it up to the fill line. I've tried filling it up a little higher, a little lower, right on the line, and they just don't work at all. So I'm actually boiling some water in the background here, and that's how I'm actually going to cook the meal. This one actually comes with the tropical flavored punch powder mix. You can see it right there. Not a big fan of this. I'll try this one again, but the last one I had actually had the same one, and this tastes very artificial to me. It almost tastes, it's very acidic, and I just do not like the flavor of it at all. It says it has some natural and artificial flavors. Well, the only thing that actually comes through on this is the artificial. We got the good old trusty spoon, and I'm telling you, I've been saving each and every one of these. These are one of the sturdiest plastic spoons I've ever seen. I have to use a lot of strength to bend that. And one thing I've noticed about this has got an extra coating on it, so it resists stains and germs. So I really hold on to each and every one of those. Looks like we have, now this is interesting. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. This is cheese spread with bacon. I've had the cheese spread before. Not a huge fan of the MRE cheese spreads, but we'll definitely give this one a try. Oh, okay. Check that out. Ground red pepper, because this is an Italian dish, and a lot of people do use that on their Italian food. I usually don't. I'm not a big fan of spicing up my Italian food. Okay, came with the wheat snack bread, which is actually very good. I've been very impressed. A couple of the other MREs actually had this too, and very, very good tasting bread. Here's the accessory pack. I'll put that to the side. We'll go through that in just a minute. Let's see. Nut raisin mix. This is actually, let's see, it says with pan-coated chocolate discs. I'll have to see how this is. Every one of the nuts that I've got in this MRE pack were bad, especially the ones I did last time. Those were like covered, they were called nut-covered cranberries, and they were all chalky, like they had just gone bad over time. So we'll have to see if these are edible or not. See what they got us for dessert. Oh, this is interesting. It's a fig bar. That's kind of interesting. I never knew that they had this available. I thought I read through most of the meal plans for this year, and I didn't really hear much about it, so definitely going to give that a try. And of course, we got the main meal here, which is the breaded chicken breast patty with rib meat and tomato sauce with pasta. Boy, that is a mouthful. As you can see, this one is not in the greatest shape. It obviously had some damage, so we'll have to see if the bag is still intact. And then let's go ahead and open the accessory pack here. Show you guys what comes in that. Okay. You know, I finally realized this is toilet paper. I thought this was like an OXO pack, But now this is actually just some toilet paper. The moist towelette, which you get in every one. Some Taster's Choice, and this is the Nescafe. I've been saving these. These are good, and I do use these on occasion. Got the usual 2 chiplets in there. Again, I won't be eating these because I don't actually chew gum anymore. We got the sugar and salt packs right here. I'm actually saving these. Might as well just put them in with the sugar and salt that we have. Waste not, want not. Non-dairy creamer, which I will most likely be just tossing. I don't use this stuff. I don't like the way it tastes, and it's all these chemicals. They don't make you feel good after you ingest them. And last but not least, the good old trusty book of matches. And this is interesting because this design has not changed in almost 50 years. I saw somebody do a sea rations video of sea rations from the early 70s, late 60s, and basically the same style matches that came in that. Thought you guys might find that interesting. Well, I'm going to do a reverse. Since the water is going to take a little while to boil, let's go ahead and start with this fig bar. See what this tastes like. Okay. I'll get you guys a little close-up on that. It basically looks like a fig Newton. You can see the fig in the middle, and then it's got the breading on the outside. It feels soft, but it kind of feels moist, so I kind of wonder if some water had got into here. Smells okay. Let's give it a taste. Wow. Okay. Yeah. The bread, the covering is fine. The figs are totally dried out. Oh, they're hard. It's like chewing on peanuts. So, yeah, I think we're going to put this to the side for now. Unfortunately, this particular dish has gone bad. I'm very interested to see about this. This is the nut raisin mix. Now, like I said before, every other MRE I had from this batch that had anything with nuts or fruit was bad. So we'll have to see what this is like. Go ahead and cut this open here. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. It has the OXO pack in it, which none of the other ones did. Yeah, this is actually, I could tell this has gone bad too. Yeah, example, this is supposed to be like M&Ms, and as you can see, they are all pretty much broken, and you can see the chocolate has gotten chalky over time. And I'll try and give you a close-up in there so you can see what it looks like. But yeah, you can see it has some peanuts in there too. Yeah, and it kind of has that rancid smell that nuts get after a while when they start going bad. So yeah, unfortunately, the fig bar and this nut raisin mix is not good in this pack, which is kind of disappointing because it makes me think that the main meal may not be good as well. And bearing in mind, these are not really that old for MREs. These are dated 2007, which makes them 9 years old. MREs should last at least 10 years, maybe more, depending on how they were stored. And I'm not exactly sure how these were stored. I believe they were stored indoors, but there may have been a time, because I know these came from the commissary locally, they may have been stored in not so nice conditions, you know, in like in a shed, maybe in warm temperatures, because during the summer around here, it can get into the 80s or 90s. Let's go ahead and give this wheat bread a try. You can see what it kind of looks like there. Another OXO. Got to remove that. That's interesting. The little OXO pad had actually put an indent in the bread. It definitely breaks. Let's go ahead and Let's go ahead and give it a sniff. Give it the sniff test. It's iffy. It smells a little stale. Let's give it a little try without any of the cheese sauce. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. After about 9 or 10 years, they kind of tend to get the stale smell, the wheat bread. but the taste is absolutely fine. This bread's probably good for another few years. So let's go ahead and open the cheese bread with bacon, and we'll go ahead and see what this looks like and give it a taste. Well, you can kind of see it there. It's, wow. It's kind of dark. It's kind of gotten like a rubbery consistency. I don't remember the other cheeses being like this. Let's go ahead and give it the sniff test. I'm going to take just a little piece in my finger and give it a try. It's good. Okay. It must just look like that, probably because it has the bacon in it, and the fat from the bacon gives a little bit more grease. Let's go ahead and put a nice big dab of that on there. You can see I got a nice, good plop on there. Take my spoon, I'm going to use the handle part and just kind of spread it on a little bit better. There we go. Let's give it a taste. Okay. Wow. Tell you what, that is one of the best cheese spreads that I found in the MREs. Very, very creamy. I mean, extremely creamy. Very surprising for a processed cheese product like this. It says it's made with cheddar cheese, milk, cheese culture, salt, enzymes, butter, water, bacon. So this is actually real cheese. And I must say, this is phenomenal. I'm probably going to finish the rest of that off later. All right. I guess we can go ahead and try this tropical punch drink mix. And I did get my glass of water here. I don't know, though, guys. If this tastes like the other ones I had, I ain't going to be drinking it too much. You can take a look at that powder, and you can see that already it is really fake looking. I mean, you could tell that any natural flavoring in there is minimal. This is pretty much all processed chemicals. So let's go ahead and pour it in. And I didn't measure this exactly. It's supposed to be like a canteen full. So this is probably a little too strong, but it's all I have. So, you know, I might get if I ever see a canteen at the thrift store, I might pick one up. Woo! That powder gets up your nose and really causes some havoc. Wonder what it does to your insides if you don't dissolve it enough. Okay. All right. I'm not looking forward to this. I know what this is going to taste like, but let's go ahead and give it a try anyway. Oh, oh man. Oh, I'm sorry if I offend anybody who actually likes the taste of this, but this is awful. This is, I'm going to take another sip and try to describe to you what this actually tastes like. Oh. Initially, when you take the first sip, you're okay. It actually tastes like fruit punch, but it has the most bitter aftertaste I have ever tasted in a fruit drink. It's almost as bitter as vinegar, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's something they put in there, maybe to stabilize it, to keep it fresh longer, but oh. Yeah, this is definitely, I'm not a big fan of this at all. Well, I hear the water boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I can do it here real quick. I know you guys have actually seen this if you've seen my other video before. I just want to make sure that this is still sealed, and yes, it is. And what I have to do to make it fit in the actual pot that I use, I just go ahead and squeeze it down, and I fold it over. Because the pot I have, it's a little too narrow to fit this whole thing without folding it. So I'm going to go over and boil this, and we'll go ahead and give it a try. Talk to you guys in a couple of minutes. All right, so just took it out of the boiling water, and it is definitely hot. I'm going to go ahead and cut into this. Okay, let it go. Go ahead and see what this actually looks like. Whew. Definitely hot. You can see the steam. Hopefully the camera's picking up the steam coming off of that. I definitely see the Cavetelli. It's actually, when they had talked about that, I kind of thought of it as being Alfredo sauce. This is just actually their version of the red sauce. So let's go ahead and dump it out and see what it looks like. Oh, yeah. Woo! And as you can see, the piece of chicken is on the bottom, so I'm actually going to have to probably pull out a fork to kind of break that up. But usually, it's pretty easy to cut. I guess this one isn't. Man, and it's funny because all they give you is that spoon. I would hate to think of a soldier out in the field trying to cut this chicken with that spoon. Wouldn't be very good. So let's go ahead and try to get you in for a close-up here. I got a big piece of the chicken, which is still steaming. It says it's a chicken breast, but I don't know. It looks a little dark to me, so we'll have to see what it tastes like. You can see the little Cavetelli noodles and then the red sauce. It smells very good. I mean, smells just like you would expect it to. It is a breaded piece of chicken, so that might be an explanation as to why it's a little bit darker. Just have to see. Let's take a bite and see what it tastes like. I'm going to go in for one more bite. This is without the chicken. First off, let me say this. The chicken itself is definitely just breast meat. It's all white meat. It's very good quality. I didn't taste any gristle in it. Let me get one more bite of the chicken. Very, very tender. The only thing I have to say about this dish, it's extremely bland. Even when I take a bite of the Cavetelli with the little piece of chicken and then the sauce, like the first bite I had a little bit of everything, I really couldn't taste anything but the chicken. The sauce has no spices in it, from what I could tell whatsoever. I'm actually surprised because when I had the pot roast dinner the other day, that was perfectly spiced. That actually could have been a little overspiced for my taste. But tell you what, let's make sure I'm fair. Let's take a bite from the other end just to see if maybe the spices were all in one area. They didn't stir it up enough. Nah. Yeah, still got the same kind of bland taste. This isn't bad. It's not something I want to eat on a regular basis, but once again, if I was out on maneuvers in the middle of nowhere and this is all I had, I'd eat this all day long. But if I was at home and I had access to good food, this is only slightly better than a dollar store frozen Italian dinner. And the only reason I say it's slightly better is they're actually using real chicken here, where the stuff you get in the dollar stores, a lot of times, it's only maybe 20 or 30% chicken. The rest of it's kind of processed filler, where this is actually, if you went to the store, went to the poultry section, got fresh chicken, cut it up, that's exactly what this tastes like. So bearing in mind it's better than a frozen dinner, I'm still not impressed, let's say. The one I enjoyed the most is actually one of the ones I didn't review, and that was the pot roast dinner that had the potatoes and all the vegetables, and that was absolutely fantastic. In hindsight, I wish I did review it. Well, that's it for this. You know what? I am going to go ahead and use my moist towelette. Go ahead and at least get that prepared, because I am going to finish eating this off camera. Very dry down here right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.
Narcisetto d'amor.